if your birthday's coming up, listen to this episode because the energy around our birthday, it's really, really important. Especially like maybe if you feel like the days before your birthday has been like chaotic, like please listen to this. I'm gonna teach you, not teach you, but kind of like share some information or resources that I learned from Vera Broca. And I'll definitely link his episode to where I learned this from. And it's really, really important for you to do so you have more clarity and use this energy to your advantage. Alright, so let's start. Welcome to another episode of Me Lo Merezco. I have another solo episode for you guys, and I'm super, super excited to share. This is like my 10th time trying to do the intro, and it's pretty crazy that it took me forever. I usually do it in one go, but it is what it is for that. And yeah, I'm super excited. So if you're watching or listening on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, share, and let this be a birthday gift for me. And if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you can also follow there and comment on Spotify. And again, it will be a gift for me. And if you're watching this like a few months later, a year later, like still share, comment, like, subscribe, follow, because it's still gonna be a delayed gift, but it's a gift nonetheless. So with that being said, let's start the episode. So, okay. So our birthdays are really important, and sorry, for some of us, like we don't really celebrate our birthdays, or we don't get a lot of celebration. At least for like December, it's very indoors, or like you have to go out but go somewhere else like indoors. And I don't know, for me, I just never really celebrate my birthday, so kind of like how I celebrate my birthday, I guess. And it's gonna be like the second time this that I do this. It's by kind of doing a review of the things that I've accomplished the year throughout. I mean, for me, it's like the year and like since my previous birthday from like 2023. And it's a lot of like reviewing and seeing the everything that we've accomplished, the obstacles and whatnot. But we have a really specific question, so definitely take out your notepad, take out like your notes, and write down those questions. I am gonna link the video where I learned this from. I learned this from Fer Brocai's spiritual teacher, and the episodes are in Spanish. So if you speak Spanish, I definitely recommend for you to go listen to it because he talks like and even deeper about this topic. So it's about the energy surrounding your birthday, and hopefully you can hear that, surrounding your birthday and everything that it means. So he just like goes deeper into that. I'm just gonna tell you the 4 questions that you have to do for a certain amount of time. All right. Give me one sec. Alrighty. So for this reflection, for this like this how this works, it's pretty much 13 days before your birthday. You are gonna answer the same 4 questions. And yes, you can do this like in 1 day, in 2 days, in 3 days. I personally, I'm only gonna do it for 6 days because I only have 6 days until my birthday. But ideally it should be 13 days before your birthday, and every day you're going to be writing down the answers to these 4 questions. And so let me give you the 4 questions, and then I'll give you the second step. Alright, so the first question, or the first thing you're going to be thinking about, is what did I learn this year from like since my last birthday, pretty much. And it's what did I learn, what were the things, what were the lessons, what were the things that I learned? What were the lessons bring? What were the lessons? The second question is what were the changes that happened this year? The third question is what are the new things that came into my life? And that could be like material stuff or like personal persons, like you met new people, but also like a new perspective, a new resource. You start meditating more, and you like new habits came into your life. And then the fourth one is what left and what do I want to remove out of my life, which is really important because we also have to acknowledge those things, because it's not just like things coming in or receiving. It's like we also had to let go during this year, and that's a really important reflection. And I could even give some examples. Like, so for like the third, I guess I could answer like all questions like really like superficial level. But the first one's like, what did I learn this year? I learned a lot about spirituality and just a lot of like gaining more confidence through that, like a lot of like decretos to kind of reprogram my mind. Even though I've been doing it for like the past 2 years, I haven't really been consistent with it. But this year I definitely felt like the confidence I gained with my things. And even though I would go through a lot of funks or a lot of downs mentally or emotionally, during those times I was still like my backup or like my go-to will be those affirmations, those decretos, to kind of help me move forward and like acknowledge those moments and move forward with like doing the thing and not staying there for too long. A second one is like what changed. I think it's also the same answer. It's like a lot of confidence within myself and just being able to acknowledge and be proud of the things that I've achieved, whether it's like a lot of them were internal stuff, a lot of like again confidence, a lot of setting boundaries, a lot of choosing myself and choosing my own mental being or wealth well-being, my well-being. And so those were kind of like the things that changed this that I don't remember what question I was like second one or the third one. But the things that came to my life again were like those I met not met like physically like one on one, but I met new people in the sense of like through podcasts, through Instagram, TikTok. I met new people, especially like spiritual people, so like Erika Munoz, Dania, she's an angelologa. Um, I met there's another one. I met a lot of like numerología people. I don't remember the names. Now one of them's Lisette, and the other one's her Instagram is numerología by o por Muñe, but I don't remember like what her actual name is. I listen to a lot of like spiritual podcasts or a lot of paranormal vidente podcasts. So what's it called? Contacto Sinestro. There's like a couple, like two more that I've watched, but I haven't like really. I don't remember the names on top of my head. And then a lot of again just yeah, just a lot of new information coming, and a lot of things that also came up too is a lot of angel numbers, a lot of repetitive numbers, a lot of like not a lot of manifestations, but not like big ones, definitely like small ones, but it's still kind of like crazy that it happened. So like those are kind of like things that came into my life and like lessons and like how to be more aligned in order to manifest easier, which is actually another episode I want to do to talk about that. And then the fourth one is what left and what do I want to take out of my life. So I still have a lot of like negative energy or a lot of uh, things that I need to work on, and it builds up. Like when I think about them, it builds up a lot of like anger and frustration and stuff like that. So I really want to remove that out of my life or like really start healing that part of me with those topics. But that's definitely something that I want to take like really start healing next year or like trying to do things differently. So those are one of the things I want to take out. And what left, I think a lot of like doubt, a lot of fears, a lot of like not believing in myself. I have a lot of that and something I struggle with. It's pretty much like I think that's one of the reasons why I'm where I'm at right now. Not like in a bad way, but I have definitely evolved. But financially, career wise, I'm not where I want to be. But those doubts and fears were definitely holding me back, and I think they're definitely some have left, some are leaving, and some I'm ready to kick out. So those are kind of like my answers to those 4 questions, like really briefly, and they're very like interconnected because I think this year was really a lot of like inner work, a lot of gaining confidence in myself, and that self love and choosing myself, which was hard when you're not used to that and when you don't have a lot of guidance to kind of like lead you into that path, and you have to watch a lot of podcasts, a lot of doing that work yourself with meditations and affirmations and all of that. So with question 2, which I also recommend for y'all to do if you're listening, constelaciones familiares. So that's like, I don't know how to translate that in English, but if you could like search it up, or I'll leave it on, maybe I could like translate it here, constelaciones familiares. That's really a good one for like ancestral healing and like seeing patterns and whatnot. Regresiones pasadas, so kind of like seeing what your past life, if you believe in these things, like what were your past lives and like how are they influencing your life right now, like the life that you're living right now. I still haven't done that. I am gonna do that next month. I'm really excited about that. And then if you're like into like bar access or um, what's the other one? I don't know, but you could also do a lot of like therapy, but like with videntes. If you could like a palm reading, if you could do a palm reading with a vidente, like that would be really cool. That's something I did this year. So if anything, that's something that I learned and something that came into life from like aprendizajes. And yeah, so I definitely recommend like Erika Munoz. I personally haven't done therapy with her, but I am gonna be doing it next month. I'm really excited about that. Oh, there's another one I'm gonna be doing therapy as well, but that's until March, and I don't remember her name. But you know, people like that. If you go to Contacto Sinestro podcast, it is in Spanish, but if you go to them, I feel like there's a lot of like good ones, and also the podcast Buena Platica. He has good people in there, or at least I personally like. I don't know. I just like match with them. Like I just the energy from them is just like very real, and I don't know. There's just like a sense of trust. So if you want, you could definitely go check them out. But not sponsored, not like a disclaimer. Like I haven't done any like type of therapy or tarot reading with them, so I don't really know how they work. But I definitely recommend them because I don't know. This is just trust, but that's again disclaimer. I have not done them at all, but I am going to. And yeah, so those are the 4 questions. I'll write them down right here or in the description below. And so every single day you're going to be answering that question. Like, what did I do? What did I do? What did I learn? What changed? What new things came into my life? And what needs to go and what left? And then the day before your birthday, so my example, my birthday is December 18th. So the day before my birthday, which would be December 17th, I'm going to write a whole list of everything that I've learned, everything that I've pretty much like those big things. So the big things that I've learned, the change that came to my life, that left, and like I don't want in my life. And after you're writing all those big things into one paper, after that you're gonna write about what do I want? What do I want for like for the rest of the year until my next birthday, pretty much. So from December 18 to from December 18, 2024 to December 18, 2025, what do I want that year? And that's again, it allows you to have more clarity on what the things that you want, so you can start planning and setting a goal and setting mini goals, or actionable steps pretty much, so that you can actually accomplish them, or that we can accomplish them, because I'm still in the works with that, but I definitely did way better this year than last year. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So it's in Spanish, if you want me to read it, it's pretty much: un día antes del cumpleaños se anotan los mayores aprendizajes, lo más lindo que llegó, lo que tuve que dejar ir, aprendizajes, procesos y qué quiero para mi año, para mi vida. So what do I want? I think 2025, for you to start like really good, for us to start really good, we really have to be clear in the things that we want. And even if we don't know exactly what we want, I'm pretty sure we have an idea. Like for me, it's my road trip, it's traveling, or just doing the podcast more and learning some skills. So even with that, even though I don't know what the career is or how I'm gonna make money, I know kind of like the path that I'm going towards. And if you don't know, like ask for guidance. Like go to an angelologa, go to a vidente, go to a therapist who has like these abilities to kind of like sense the energy and like see more than an actual person. If you believe in that, if not, just go to a traditional therapist and like see if that works out for you. But if you're like in this spiritual world, like definitely do so. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Like if your birthday's in December, happy birthday. Shout out to the Sagittarius. A little bit of like Capricorn. And what's the one that comes afterwards? Aquarius. But yeah, there's a bit of Aquarius after December 22, I think. So Capricorn, Sagittarius, which are the best ones, and Aquarius. But yeah, happy birthday. And if you're watching this at some other point, happy birthday to you. I really wish you the best, and I hope you had an amazing day on your birthday. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Again, for my birthday gift, please subscribe, comment, like, share, because that supports the podcast. And yeah, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate everybody who listens and watches this video and any other episode. And with that being said, have an amazing, beautiful day. Happy birthday, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.